Alright, I'm going to be getting into this recoil control video that I seen someone comment on one of my videos. It's a pretty good idea, so I thought I'd actually make it. I'm going to be putting my settings and stuff in here as well, because it's kind of the same kind of topic. But basically this video is just how I warm up in, or for arenas or anything you play on Apex. So let me just get right into it. I'll start with my settings first, and then work my way down to the recoil control on some of the guns I use. If anyone has any suggestions for more videos, or if you want to see different guns for the recoil control, just comment down below. I always read the comments. So let me get right into this. Settings, gameplay. I don't really know if any of this is important. Jetpack control maybe. I have it on hold. It's like BO3 and all the old CODs for jetpack. Um, all this off. Reticle maybe. Custom. These are my numbers. It's like a little cyan kinda. All of this off. Performance display I have on, which is this thing in the top right of my screen if you can see. Basically just to show if I'm ever lagging or like dropping packets or anything like that. I just want to see it. So I know I'm not making an excuse. That's pretty much everything important there in my opinion. Button layout. I play tactical on like other games, that's what the setting's called. Or tactical flipped, because I aim with L1 and R1 as well. So that just means my crouch button is my R3 instead of my circle, which is, I hate crouching with circle. Even though I play claw, I still don't like crouching with circle. I like the R3 better. It's easier to control my shots like that. Oh yeah, and I do play claw, so that's why I can jump and move around and all that. I don't have a controller or anything with the paddles and shit, so. Just taught myself when I was like 12 years old how to play it, so. Let me get back into the settings. Crouch, hold. Dead zones, none on those triggers. There's no point to have a dead zone on your trigger. If you can hear anything in the background, that's my washer and dryer, so I apologize for that. I can't really control that. My room's like connected to the room where the washer and dryer are. Look sensitivity, I play 4:3. Used to play ALC, but it's kind of pointless. I don't know. This works just as fine. So, per optic settings, this is the gist of what I use. Well, I don't play keyboard or mouse, so I can't like snap long range, like just having any kind of sensitivity on my scope. So for the longer range ones, I try and have a higher sense like these two. I'm gonna put the 6 times on to 4. I don't know. I don't really use the scopes like that though. I use 2 to 4. Vibration off. I hate vibration. Movement small, inverted. Guess it's preference. Same with vibration, but I personally hate both of that. Inverted. Why would I ever play that? Brightness. Right here. You could go lower, could go higher. I guess it's all preference too. FOV 106. This is all preference. Yeah. So, how I warm up for arenas is, one, I practice my strafe when I'm shooting. And what I do is I aim for the upper part, like right in the middle, like that. So I do that. I put on a gold mag and a stock, whatever gun I'm going to be using. For instance, I like using the R99, R301, alternator, like the car, wingman, prowler. Actually, pretty much all the heavy guns are good. So yeah, what I do to warm up is always practice a strafe, never stand still and shoot target dummies. That's not a good way to warm up. Anyone can do that. I try and warm up from anywhere behind these lines. I like warming up on this rock, actually. That's what I like to do, shoot guys like this. So always have a gold stock. Leave the barrel stabilizer off, whatever gun you're going to be using, if they can have it. So for instance, if I use R99, I'll put a purple stock, gold mag. I like the red dot on the R99 as well. So I just leave the barrel stabilizer off. Then I stand from anywhere like right here. And I just practice moving left and right and keeping my target, keeping my red dot on the target. So for the recoil control part, I guess I never really talked about. How to learn that is just let go of your trigger or let go of your analog stick. Don't put any like thumb movement on it and just shoot the gun. So you can get a gist of like how the gun kicks when you shoot. So for the R3, what I do is I aim my thumbstick diagonally to the right, like down like that, and down. So like a little bit of both to keep my gun straight like that. So if you can do this without a barrel stabilizer, when you put one on, it'll feel like you have aimbot. I'm not even kidding. So always practice a strafe. Like, don't just stand still. Always practice moving left and right while you're shooting. Because if you can do that and have a good strafe and have a good shot, you'll be that much harder to kill. Always slide around, practice your B-hops. Basically any type of movement that you like doing. Because if you just go in here to shoot your gun and like stand still, just have good recoil control and all that, you're not really going to get better. Your shot might get a little better, but like standing still and shooting is probably the easiest thing to do in any video game. So if you can have a good shot while strafing without a barrel stabby, you'll definitely see improvement when you go into an actual game against kids that are not like that. So this is basically all I do for the R3. You can go even farther. I use Pathfinders as a gold helmet and all that in here to practice the grapples and shit. Some people warm up like up here. I personally don't really like doing it. No, I guess I can see the benefit for like long range gunfights. But, and this is my first game on, like raw uncut first try of the video. I'm not like editing it, not doing another take, not doing any of that. Like I'm just gonna record my accuracy and that's just what it is. Some people will make these videos and only put together clips where they're not missing and all that cringe shit, but I like keeping it 100% real. So basically, yeah, just stay farther away from the dummies and just practice hitting your shots. You can have a little crouch movement into there too. Some people like doing that. Personally, I only think the crouching mechanic is good in some situations because you can just like you're just setting yourself up for a headshot multiplier. Yeah, basically crouching like this is only good in my opinion, but like by knockdown shields, or if you have to play like a heady, you know, you can crouch up and down like this. You know, make yourself a harder target, but really, all you gotta do is just practice like this. You know? Well, I never talked about centering, so where my crosshairs are, always make sure they're centered on your target. You know? Because it's like wherever your crosshairs are centered, that's where you're gonna aim in your sight, like this. So if I have mine already centered on the guy, by the time I'm going to shoot him, I have a good chance of already hitting my target. So you're like setting yourself up for success by doing that. What else is there to talk about for recoil control? I guess demonstrate some other guns. So for the R99, the recoil control is basically straight up vertical. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. So basically, submachine guns I usually warm up on the platform, kinda. Farther away is when I'm like doing myself. I need more ammo, didn't even realize. So just hold your stick basically straight down. And that's how you control the R99. I'll show a barrel stabilizer too. Once I'm done demonstrating this, I'll show you how much of a difference it makes. Basically, yeah, this is all I do, practice. Shooting from different angles. Those are some bad shots. Always move left and right. If I put a barrel stabilizer on though, I'm gonna demonstrate with both guns. Let me go get some light ammo. How much should I get? Yeah, that's good enough. So like, just like that. And my gun feels like it has no recoil, you know what I mean? Obviously I missed right there a little bit, but I'm still learning the game as well. I'm not like no fucking god who doesn't miss or shit like that. I definitely do miss. I've been playing this game for like a month, taking it serious again, so I'm still learning how to recoil control and get all the movement mechanics down and all that, so. But I'm not no faker either. I'm gonna upload me live playing all this, so. You could practice on these things too. But like, I don't know. I don't really like doing that. Maybe to practice recoil control and like keeping your shots on target long range, but you could just go over here and practice with a dummy. And an R99. See, the barrel stabilizer just makes such a difference. And if you're already used to shooting it, then without one, once you have one on, it's just an advantage like to you. So definitely get good without a barrel stabby, and then you'll be so much better once you get even like a gray one. Like little differences count. Yeah, that's basically really all I do. Practicing my recoil and getting warmed up. You know, throwing little grapples. That's not a grapple. You know, get a little mixy. That wasn't even anything special, but I'm definitely gotta learn how to play Pathfinder. Some people have some crazy grapples, but another mechanic that actually you should learn to do is this slide thing. So if you slide, aim in sight while you're sliding. On his screen, if this was a real person, I'm sliding like behind this and then popping up. You know what I mean? It's like he'll be so hard to see me. I'd be on a head glitch once I pop up. Slide, pop up. You know, slide, pop up. It helps you like get a free headshot if you do that, because your gun will kick up to the top of their head like that. See? It's all about making yourself a harder target. If I was the one with like the flat line, let me swap. Wingman, the good thing the one with a wingman is shooting the dummies like this. But wingman just is all about hitting your shots. There's nothing really to warm up. It's either you hit your shots or you don't, so there's no recoil to it really. Then I'll put a gold extended mag on this. 2x scope. Oh, actually the red dot on the flat line is one of the best things to use in my opinion, because even long range, like if I was to go back here, it still shreds like a 2x scope. Especially just aim for the upper head. Ooh, I was missing a lot right there. Wow. See, like that. I don't know how those bullets are not connecting right there. Maybe I was just shooting a little above his head. But I always aim for the upper chest. Always have a strafe going. Never stand still. Those are bad shots. But this is all I do to warm up, really. You could practice your flick too. Like, what I mean by that is put your red dot nowhere near the guy and then practice like flicking on him, snapping on him. It's a good way to practice with the wingman too. Then you can just warm up with any scope you want. I usually like using the 2x. I'll show you the 3x on the R3. It's absolutely busted with a barrel stabilizer. This gun definitely needs more recoil in my opinion, because anyone can beam with this. So 2x flatty is pretty good. I prefer the 3x on the flatty, I think. I don't know. I'm still learning how to use or controlling the recoil on this gun. Sometimes I'm not missing, sometimes I'm missing, I don't know. But yeah, this is basically all I do. Practice my movement, practice my grapples, practice my strafes. All at the same time. And the reason why crouch to hold is so good is because you can do this kind of movement. Even though it doesn't look like anything, but if like, say I'm sliding like that, see? It's definitely good. And wherever you look is the way your guy's gonna go. So, definitely just practice getting good with the movement. The zipline boosting is pretty good. I still haven't learned how to super glide all the way. I definitely gotta get better with that. But yeah, this is basically all I do to warm up. Once I'm feeling warm, I'll go through like a pub or something, see how I'm feeling. Then if I'm like feeling myself, I'll hop straight into rank. But it's all definitely about just feeling yourself. Once you feel comfortable, boom.
I'm out of light ammo.
So like my main takeaways from this video, honestly, would be Practice centering. Practice the strafe while you're shooting. No barrel stabilizers until you've shot at least like a little bit without it, and then you'll notice a difference. Centering, strafing, practicing your movement. Yeah, that's basically like my main key parts, really. That's like the main thing to have a good shot is just centering and having a strafe. Recoil control is just, you can test that out whenever you'd like, honestly. You just have to shoot against something and see which way the gun kicks, and just move your thumb in the opposite direction of which it's kicking. So, say a gun kicks to the left like R301, aim it to the right. Flat line goes left and right, so you just have to really just keep your like thumbs going left and right, kinda. Yeah, that's basically it. I showed my settings. If you want to get super cracked and warm up, you can use a Devo with no barrel stabilizer. If you can control that gun, you can control any gun in the game. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, just put it in the comments. I always read the comments. If you want to see other guns demonstrated, let me know, because I don't really know what else to use. Those are like the main things I use as an alternator as well, but that thing has like no recoil anyway. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in later videos.